Hey, you're listening to The Reactor every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. and you just heard brand new music from First to Get the Sugar. And actually, look, I did not lie. I actually have the drummer Dan with me on the phone today. Hey, Dan, how's it going?
Hi, Abby. It's going great.
So, tell me a little bit about this album. I just played the track number 7, You're Always Wrong. Did you help write that song? Is there someone in particular you think is always wrong?
Well, my particular involvement in the writing falls more in the arrangement and production side of things.
Oh, cool.
Mick Mendelsohn, the bassist in the group, actually wrote that song and decided that Alex Silver, who plays guitar, would be best suited to sing it. And I guess as all your listeners just heard, he did quite a number on the vocals in that tune.
It's pretty great. And for listeners who are just tuning in right now, or for people who've never seen you perform live, you guys, you don't just have one lead vocalist. I noticed that, and I find that's pretty cool too, that there's a couple of you guys, well, not you, you're the drummer, you do your own thing, but there's a lot of frontmen, and I find that's pretty cool. Why is that?
I guess just by sort of the nature of how we came together, and with such strong vocals and personalities, we can't leave anyone out, and we really love, mixing it up. And I guess from my perspective as the drummer, it's really refreshing to have different vocalists on different tunes, and I get to back them all up. And I find as a drummer that really zeroing in on the vibe coming from the vocalist, it really gives me a boost, and when it switches up and it's always fresh on stage, and everyone gives it in their own unique, incredible way, in my opinion. And I mean, that's why I love drumming in this band, mostly is the variety and the equal but different amazingness of the guys that I'm working with.
Yeah, and I had only seen you guys perform that one time. I was for a Diving Bell, the website launch, and we saw you guys, and all my friends were even saying, they're so good, they're really good. How come we haven't really heard of these guys before? Now, is this your first album with the band?
Yeah, it's our first album. We played together for quite a while, about a year or two, and every time we played, people would come up to us at the end and say, some of those songs you played were so amazing. Who wrote those songs? Are those cover songs? And we'd say, well, actually, those are our songs. They'd be like, well, where can we buy the CD? And we'd go home and scratch our heads and be like, how are we going to get a CD together? We're not signed to a label. We only make as much money as we make playing as a band.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, but, thanks to some really incredible people who believed in what we were doing, coming to our aid, we were able to get into a studio thanks to Adam Stotland, a great producer and musician that I've been colleagues with for many years, and we recorded at his studio, and just by the magic of our music and getting the attention of interesting producers and whatnot, they were able to come to our assistance and get a great mix going. I mean, the whole thing took a year and a half to produce. It was a long and definitely grueling, but really amazing process, and we were able to release it finally this May, and yeah, so slowly but surely we're moving forward and getting to more and more people's ears.
And it's a really great album too, but it's different for a band when you're playing your songs live, and then you have to convert everything to an album, and you have your producer with you now. Did you find that some of your songs changed a lot from when you would play them live and then when you had to actually produce them and make them sound different for some reason for the album, or did everything just stay the same?
I would say to our closest friends and fans, they probably wouldn't have noticed the songs changing too much from how we played them live to how they ended up on the album. But there's a lot of details and a lot of little things. And one of the things we really went by was when we recorded was to make sure that every single second of every single sound that appears on the record is beneficial to the whole thing working and having as much energy as possible.
What did you come away with this? You must have come away with a lot more knowledge too in how to make an album. I mean, it's not as easy as people might think.
Yeah, I kind of like to say that we got our master's degree in album production just by going through the process, it felt like school times 10. Really.
Oh wow, was it really
yeah.
time consuming too?
Oh my God! I mean, the endless nights. I think there was like 3 or 4 months where I just literally didn't even know what a pillow was or sleep or anything like that.
Aw.
Yeah, but I mean, all for the cause, and it's coming to fruition pretty quick that we get to put these skills into place again.
And the outcome is
soon.
pretty great. And who designed the album cover?
That's a dude named Justin Dalagray, and a quick Google search on his name reveals quite a bunch of cool stuff.
It's very digital looking because we're on radio, so it's like, let me describe it and be a visual speaker, but that's not really going to do much. But it has like this futuresque 80s digital pop art thing happening. It's colorful. It's really pretty.
Yeah, well, Justin came up. I mean, his father's a world famous architectural artist, and I actually have had the pleasure of knowing his father for many years, but in talking to him, he said, "Oh, you should talk to my son," and that's Justin. And like I said, I mean, through the late '80s and early '90s, he was at the forefront of starting the whole rave scene in Montreal. He designed. I don't know if people remember the Sona After Hours Club, but he designed that club.
That's crazy.
He started I Love Neon, and he actually was the founder of Guru Energy Drinks and designs the cans and all their marketing. And
that's so disturbing, but awesome. That stuff makes you crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's all natural, Justin. There you go. You got your plug.
That's really awesome, though. You know what? I should do an interview with him. But honestly, it's true that now looking at the can, too, like thinking about it, it has this kind of digital block 80s thing happening, but I really like it. It's very original, and that's another thing that draws people to albums, I find a lot of the time. Now,
what's that? I just figured that this would be a great time to give it away. When Justin showed us the logo and the artwork at first, and we saw the big lettering and the square lettering, we were like, interesting. And he's like, yeah, it's sugar cubes.
Oh my God, it's true. Because I have to hold it far away to see that it says first you get the sugar. So I hold it far away. It's like those little paintings that you have to cross your eyes to see that there's a bigger picture. And those are sugar cubes. That's cool. I see it now, but then again, it's suggestion, right? So wow, that's smart. So tell me a bit about the show tonight. That you have. It's the Hangers Birthday Bash Party. What's that about?
The Hangers are dear old friends of ours, and I guess they started out at the same time as us, and they're a ska band actually. They're like really up there in the ska world right now, and it's interesting that we get to do these sort of genre crossing shows with them because of our friendship, and we're just thrilled to be part of their event tonight. We're playing second, and then they're going on after us. It's, like you said, at Patro Vis, which I think is the awesomest venue of that size in Montreal. I mean,
it's one of my favorites. It really is. It's
really great. It looks great. It sounds great. Like we can't wait to play there tonight.
And doors are at 9, and then the show starts at 9:30, right? So it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. You have a lot of people attending it too. And you can see it on the Facebook page. I linked it on the Reactor fan page, so you can go and attend in virtual spirit. I wanted to ask you a couple of things too, just because the Canadian music scene and being a Montreal band, do you find it's hard? Because I know that you went to Brooklyn to record some tracks, right?
That's actually about to happen.
Oh, you haven't gone yet?
No, well, the whole thing was just put together. Was there a further question on that?
No, I just wanted to know why you're going to Brooklyn. Why not do it in Montreal?
Well, we would love to do it in Montreal, but this opportunity only exists in Brooklyn, and it's pretty much on the lowdown right now, but the Converse shoe company has gotten very involved as a patron of the arts.
Yeah, I noticed that even on Facebook. They're into new music and sponsoring bands.
Yeah, it's crazy. They have so much going on, and as a result of an interview we did with them in the spring, we came across that they were building a studio in Brooklyn. That I guess the cat's out of the bag in Montreal as of now, because if you just go on their website, Google it, go ahead. You go on their website for Rubber Tracks, and you sign up your band, and then you either get chosen or you don't. And we were extremely lucky to have gotten chosen. And if you get chosen, you get to go down, you record on them. And
that's amazing.
And our plan is to go in there, record a few songs, get it mastered right away, and we'll be releasing it in the new year. And we have some really amazing new material that the guys have written. And I'm so psyched to get it produced and get it out there.
Ooh, I want a sneak peek for my show when you're done. I'm going to send me a single.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
We should come play the songs for you in the studio.
Like, around me.
Yes.
We should do a live set. We should do a live set soon. And that's really fun. And Brooklyn, too. And it sounds like such a great opportunity. So that's pretty cool that it doesn't matter where you're from, then. You can apply if you're a band from anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can be from Timbuktu and come in and do your recordings there. And they're amazing people, and they're really supportive. And we're just really psyched to get into like this brand new state-of-the-art facility and bang out some songs we've been itching to get out of the world. So
that's great. You guys have a Twitter, I know that. But do you have a MySpace or a Facebook fan page or anything that people can go and find out more about you?
We have got it all. We've got Facebook, facebook.com/firstygetthesugar. Our MySpace, I believe, comes up at the top of any Google search on us, but that's /getthesugarfirst. Believe it or not, someone beat us to the name. And yeah, and then
sue them.
Yeah, I'd love to. We can use the money. But yeah, MySpace, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, CBC Radio 3, not to plug another radio station on your show, but we have an account
there. Okay, we like them, actually. They're cool. They're really good. Cool. It's, anyone who's into the underground scene and local music and Canadian music and not just about making money because of advertising, I'm all for. So that's fun. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
So you have all of that so people can go and they can contact you. Can they buy your albums online by any chance?
They sure can. They can go to any of those sites and find the info. You can buy it on iTunes, Bandcamp. You can even find it at the local record shops, Sound Central, Cheap Thrills, Adam Hart, and you can order them if you're anywhere in the world, and they'll send it to you physical if you want it.
So last question before I let you go, because I know you have a very busy life too. What song on the album would you say is probably the most fun for you to play? It's not your favorite necessarily, but the most fun that you have playing.
Wow, that's a great question.
You're welcome.
I would have to go with, to play on the drums, my two favorite, I'm going to narrow it down to two. It's Sally Pulled the Fire Alarm and When She Stops.
Okay, well, you know what? On that note, I'm going to play Sally Pulled the Fire Alarm, and we can listen to drumming in the background, and you can hear it now. I'm starting it. So, you know what? Thank you, Dan, for coming on the show and talking with me, and good luck.
You're so welcome, and thank you, and I hope everyone enjoys what they're about to hear.
Oh, they will. I'll make sure of it. No, it's a really great album, so for those of you who are listening and more interested, you can go on the Reactor fan page to find out more information, and the First to Get the Sugar fan page and their Twitter account. So, Dan, have fun in Brooklyn when you do go, and you'll do a live set sometime soon.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
And the show tonight.
Yeah. See you there.
Bye.
Bye.